Today's date is 5:50. I mean, today's date and time is 5:54 p.m. 1/18/2014. Now, I'm just gonna add this, which I already made this comment to other people in the past 8 years ago, and even in middle school, high school. After high school, I made this comment. Now, when you go to the police precinct to make a complaint, they write down word from word what you say. If some police officer use trickery and add things in while you right there doing the report, so you have to read it and sign it. Cause one time that doing this illegal taking of my property in my real or personal property, which is my persons, my body, being sent to a mental facility, and fraudulent police report being created on July the 8th, 2009. I always knew that they mess with the police reports to say they narrated. Once you make the police report in front of the police officer or whatever, it goes somewhere else where they narrated, where they say we take out what's not necessary to be in the police report. And I always said that's tampering, because whatever I say supposed to be stated, and that's it. The courts decide what's be taken out. Took it out, not the police officers, not the police department that tax citizens paying their wages, their income. They take the police report and narrate it. It's been like that forever. So you can say they have extreme prejudice for their fellow employees, associates. So then when it goes to an investigator, they're going to read what's on the police report. You see how the pyramid scheme, the process is against the citizens from day one of birth. Once the new birth certificates were issued, I can't remember the date. Who was the president when he created the present day birth certificate situation where the straw man, all that stuff was created? From that day onward, the government said, you are slaves. We don't care about you. Give me your money. So back to the point. So now, the people that have the auto recording, the full auto recording, and that's only two people, had the full auto recording of the day in question, why this particular complaint was created about the officer detaining me not to leave to get in the ambulance with my father. I already stated my sister and mother could have drove the car, because since they don't want me driving the car, I should have went in the ambulance and they should have jumped in the car. But they don't see it that way. All they do they don't see it that way. But I see it that way. And I had things to ask the police and the ambulance people in the hospital once I got there. Some people may understand. I already told some people in my family what I was going to do. And I already told everyone else other things that have been going on. And I told people why I was going to do what I was going to do. Some of this don't even need to be explained. But the issue is now the chief investigator office lady said I cussed her out when I went up there, and she appeared that she didn't want to deal with me. So she said, well, Mr. Nitz, he just walked out and called me a B, called me out my name. She didn't have to say what she said. So she want to be particular with her actions and behaviors, saying I cussed you out. You didn't have to even say that. The altercation with me and the police officer wasn't in the police report. Get what I'm saying? And I have audio recording of it. And the narrator said, oh, that's not important because that's a conflict. That may be some kind of issue, but that don't mean nothing. So we was going to cut it out. We were going to stay straight forward to the events. We came, we left, we made a report, we gone. But that wasn't the point. Even if I instigated the mindset of the officer, 6 precinct officers can't never say they don't know who I am and what's going on. They cannot say nothing. And that's why every 6th precinct and 2nd precinct police officers need to take a lot of tests, just like every local Detroit police officer in the city of Detroit, Michigan, United States of America, needs to take a lie detector test. So the narrating of a police report, is that tampering with evidence? But the police in the Justice Department says that's our process. So when it goes to court, you be like, I didn't write this, or I didn't say this. Well, you signed it, ma'am. You signed it, sir. But I said more than this. Well, the officers are capable of writing a report, like the judges say in the courtroom. Well, Officer Sanchez has been working for 20 years as a law enforcement officer. I don't think he'll be in here lying. Everybody lies. Everybody lies. That's the extreme prejudice the system, the government has towards their bosses, the citizens, which are the true government, but we don't understand limitation, restrictions, obligations to your full legal capacity with honorable and generous behavior, not this anti-legalism, legal corruption that's going on. And people say he keep on ranting and raving, ain't nothing you can do. We're going to be locked up pretty soon. The government have to do something drastic because they don't want a lot of us here. We're overpopulated. They want to get us down to a manageable size, take our Second Amendment, First Amendment away from us. They're already brainwashing us and hurting us through the media. I already said a perfect example, my Facebook, all the recordings, how they attack certain individuals, but they don't attack everybody the same way they attack the certain individuals. And we feed into it and say, yeah, they got them. Yep, get them, get it to them, but they let everyone else get away. Didn't even come after them. Just did one quick media report, boom. But with somebody else, they ride it to the ground. They ride them to the ground. Even after they get adjudicated, they still ride them. And after they get released, they still ride them. But other people, oh, yes, it was a fair election. Oh, yes, he's the, oh, this and that. So let me get back on point, which I never did get off point, because this is covering all angles. So like I said, I already said it. The police reports are narrated. Why they are narrated? Because what the police told me years ago, before 10 years ago, after 10 years ago, before 10 years ago, we just taking unnecessary statements, words out of the police report and keeping what's supposed to be in there. So the police are acting as a attorney, which they are. They acting as lawyers and judges. Well, I'm gonna take this out. This not acceptable. That's not even relevant to the situation. Now you see what I'm saying? The relevancy of all the police procedures and citizenship violation towards me, whatever label or description you want to call it, it continues to today, present time, in the previous complaint at hand, that the Chief Investigator Office, for those that recall and remember, have the documents, all the recordings, they haven't investigated nothing. So the relevancy of putting everything in a complaint, like I stated, and that's why she got cussed out, because she was saying I'm a lie. So the lady that took the complaint, no matter if it was worded in the way that she said, well, we're going to do this, but I kept on saying all this is relevant. It ties into why what's going on is happening now, non-compliance. So no matter how people are distorted and delusional and illusional, and accept this brainwashing of the masses by the media and unconstitutional statements and words of governmental servants, that's why we're in the situation we're in now. Because people don't think, okay, we ain't no good do. We don't have to do nothing. We just have to stick to the Constitution, learn the Constitution, and make them do what the Constitution states because they swore to it. They pledge allegiance to it. You know, they have different oaths of offices, military oath of offices. And you have to, when we was born, we didn't pledge allegiance to the Constitution. We didn't swear to it. It's automatic. We didn't do nothing wrong, citizens. We didn't do anything wrong to have certain things taken away and not done properly. We wasn't charged with a crime. But we getting We financing our own demise. Now, the audio record, even the 2-minute insert with my other added minutes of my comments and thoughts of the 2-minute insert of the police officer, you can hear me and him having a conversation. Oh, sir, excuse me, sir. Oh, here you have your license, sir. Here you go. Oh, I said thank you very calmly and pleasantly, and I continued to step, and he blocked my way again. He kept on blocking my way. So you can't say I was irate. So as soon as he gave me my driver's license, it was a pleasant thank you, sir. And I continue on. But I'm in my home. He could have laid it down on the table, gave it to anybody, came to the hospital and gave it to me. So that's the whole bottom line. What other actions could have been taken other than stopping me from leaving? I'm in my home. You could have laid it down anywhere, gave it to anybody. I'm gone. Oh, you needed to drive. You need I got plenty of identification on me. That one driver license don't mean nothing. I got face identifications in my wallet, credit card, school ID, job ID. And the police department in my jurisdiction, they all know who I am. All I have to do is say my name. I ain't even got to say my name in some situations. But for those that don't, this is my driver license. This is my ID. This is my name. I say my birthday, address, everything. We know how it goes. I got paperwork with my driver license number on it. I got plenty of face ID cards in my wallet. I got paperwork with my ID, my driver license number on it. So I'm gone. My baptismal name, I think I already said it, is Clyde Darnell Lynch. All rights reserved without prejudice. I am Prince Clyde Darnell Lynch. Equality and fairness by contract is paramount, mandatory by law. Amen.